There's a big difference between a push press in weightlifting versus a push press in CrossFit. Now, you very rarely find that when someone comes from CrossFit into weightlifting that they bring a really strong push press with them. Now, I fall into that category as well. When I first moved over to weightlifting, my push press was terrible. Now, I was really good at moving a light bar for hundreds and hundreds of reps, okay? The reason is that's how it's taught in CrossFit. The push press in CrossFit is taught in a way that makes it really efficient, lightweight for a lot of reps. That doesn't really carry over to a push press heavy single or double for like maximal weight, okay? Now, the main difference between the two. Number one, the the CrossFit push press, okay? The one that you do in a Metcon. So if you had 3 rounds of 15 push press, 12 burpee box overs, whatever, okay? That is done in a particular way. Now, the way that is taught is that when the barbell is in the front rack, you almost do quite a shallow dip and drive, and it's more of a pop of the hips, just to give the bar enough elevation so that you can finish it off, and then you're going to bring it back out into the next rep so you can cycle through reps nice and fast, hence getting the work done as fast as possible. Now, in CrossFit, that's absolutely fine. That's what it's used for. However, if we want to do a 1 rep max push press, a little shallow dip and drive and a sort of pop of the hips is not going to be enough to get that barbell all the way overhead. A weightlifting style push press, or one that is performed to move maximal weight, is a much longer movement. The dip tends to be a little bit longer, and we're going to drive through the legs and hips for a lot longer. Once the bar leaves the chest, we're then going to have to start pushing, and we're going to have to push for a while. It's not just a little sharp movement, it is a long drive through the arms as well, okay? Now, because of that, the two don't tend to carry over very well. So what my advice is, have both, okay? If you're a CrossFitter, have both in your arsenal. Have your Metcon style push press, okay, which is a nice fast little pop of the hips. If you are going to lift a heavy weight, so a 3, a 2, or 1 rep max push press, think about it being a totally different movement. Okay, it's a long dip and drive through the legs, and then a long push through the arms once the legs have finished driving. Now, there is a particular cue in CrossFit that does not carry over to the weightlifting style push press, okay? Now, and that one is, as you extend through the legs, slide your feet backwards. Now, you'll have probably seen it in the gym, okay? People in the middle of a Metcon, they end up getting progressively further backwards when they're doing the push press because they're doing it after each rep, okay? It's absolutely fine if it's light. If you are going for heavy weight, it's not going to work. What's going to happen is as you slide the feet backwards, you're effectively losing a leg drive. You need to keep the balls of the feet glued to the ground so that you can drive through the legs for as long as possible. Okay, so main takeaways, guys, have both. Have a weightlifting style push press for heavy weight and have a Metcon style push press for those lighter weights in your workouts.